Hello dear aspirants, welcome back again for the GDC classes English, especially for the Target Pharma 360 series for all India DI and Pharmacist aspirants. Okay, most of your preparation we have started the series, you know very well. Till now we have uploaded so many videos covering all subjects, covering all concepts. Okay, yes, in this video I'm going to start with a new concept, that is glycosides. Okay, so glycoside part 1 I'm going to start, and in this series, especially in this 360-degree series, we are going to have a 20 important MCQs based on the previous year papers with a detailed explanation. Yes, so I don't want to repeat again and again. You need to do one thing, just to subscribe and share to your friends. Okay, let's start the today's video without any delay. Okay, yes, come on, the first question of this video. Okay, first question of the series: glycosides are the condensation products of, okay, you know that glycosides, alkaloids, glycosides, okay, tannins, resins, these are all the secondary metabolites. But every secondary metabolite, every plant constant is different in their chemical composition, right? So glycosides are the condensation products of option A, protein and egg glycon, sugar and protein, sugar and egg glycon, and fats and glycon. Okay, so tell me the right answer. Yes, glycoside is a combination of the condensation of sugar and non-sugar moiety. Sugar and non-sugar moiety. No, sugar and non-sugar moiety. This link between the sugar and the non-sugar is known as glycosidic linkage. Glycosidic linkage. This glycosidic linkage may be carbon, or maybe oxygen, or maybe sulfur, or maybe nitrogen. So based on the glycosidic linkage, also we have divided the glycosides into 4 types. But in generally, the glycoside itself, it contains a sugar moiety known as a glycon moiety. Glycon, sugar, and non-sugar moiety is nothing but a glycon moiety. It is nothing but a glycon moiety. Okay, simple. And yes, this glycon moiety is mainly for to provide the solubility and other chemical properties of this non-sugar moiety. But whereas this glycon moiety or non-sugar moiety is mainly responsible for the pharmacological action. Please do remember. Okay, clear? Yes. So now the right answer will be sugar and egg glycan, or sugar and non-sugar moiety, or glycan or egg glycan moiety. Okay. So that is the condensation. You can see here, glycoside is nothing but these are the organic compounds from plant and animal sources, which upon enzymatic or acid hydrolysis they yield or they gives sugar or non-sugar moiety. Okay. Sugar and non-sugar moiety, which means egg glycan or glycan moiety. Okay. That's the basic definition and basic question from glycosides. Yes. Next question. Which of the incorrect statement about glycosides just now I have explained? Which of the following is incorrect? Try to read the question carefully. Incorrect statement. Option A, the sugars involved in the glycosides are most commonly beta-D glucose. We don't know that. Second one, the sugar moiety facilitates absorption of glycoside. Okay, and yes, a glycan part helps in the transportation of glycone portion at the site of action, and glycosides show optical activity. Do remember, they're asking the incorrect statement. Incorrect stated. Just now explain. Glucose is mainly for the, okay, glucose is mainly for the, okay, solubility and other chemical to enhance the property, to enhance the solubility of a glycone moiety. Okay, glycone moiety is mainly for two. Okay, sugar moiety is mainly to provide the, to enhance the therapeutic, to enhance the solubility, to increase the chemical properties of the glycan. But here what they are saying, the glycan moiety helps in the transportation of glycon moiety. No, okay, actually the glycon moiety is mainly there to help the glycon moiety. Clear? Because glycon moiety is mainly responsible for the pharmacological action. So which means the option B is right, which means option B is incorrect. Okay, there is no glycan moiety is there to help the glycon moiety, but the glycon moiety is responsible for the action and solubility of the glycan moiety. Clear? Yes, so this statement is incorrect. Clear? Yes. Can see here already we have discussed. Okay, non-sugar moiety responsible for the therapeutic action, but whereas sugar moiety is mainly facilitates the absorption and transportation. Okay, sugar moiety will helps for the, okay, absorption and transportation of this egg glycan moiety, but this egg glycan moiety is mainly responsible for the therapeutic action. Clear? So that's the reason if you see any type of example, any type of glycoside that they do contain sugar plus non-sugar moiety. Okay, and yes, these particular non-sugar moieties will be ends with xenin, okay, and this sugar moieties ends with, okay, this suffix could be xenin, and this sugar moiety suffix should be O's, okay, O's and xenin, O's and xenin. Let me tell you, okay, that distal is contained, okay, sugar and non-sugar moiety, where the, okay, uh, Deoxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyxyx of xenin, and whereas contain a sugar moiety called 𝘎𝑗-toxose. 𝘎𝑗-toxose. Clear? So O's means sugar, xenin means non-sugar moiety, but the pharmacological action will be possessed by the 𝘎𝑗-toxyxenin. Clear? So that's how we need to identify. We need to remember. Clear? Yes. Next question of this series. Come on. Third one. S-glycosidic linkage is found in S-glycosidic linkage. I told you already, the glycoside and sugar moiety and non-sugar moiety is connected by a linkage called glycosidic linkage. Okay. Yes. So 4 types of glycosidic are there: sulfur, carbon, oxygen and nitrogen linkage. Okay. Yes, but they're asking which one of the following is an example for S-glycosidic linkage. Okay. So S stand for S synegerin. Okay. So don't worry. We'll see the rest of the glycosidic examples. Okay, so let's see. The right answer will be synegerin. S stand for synegerin. Like how we need to remember, this is the classification based on the glycosidic linkage. Okay, don't worry. C glycosides examples are C, cascara and cochineal and carbonic acid. Same. C glycoside, C compounds. Okay, LO is also there, but we need to remember C. Clear? You can see here. Okay, CH linkage glycon. Okay, for a glycon and sugar moiety. Sugar moiety and aglycon moiety. The linkage is C. Clear? Yes. O glycosides. Okay. O glycosides here. OH group. Okay. OH group. Clear? Clear. But example is senna and rhubarb. Senna and rhubarb. Okay. Senna contains senosides. Senosides. In that O contains. It contains O. Like how we need to remember. Okay. And next, S-glycosides. S-glycosides. S stand for. Okay. S-glycosides means SH group. Okay. SH group. Clear? Example is synegerin. S obviously. And whereas also N stand for N-glycosides, whereas nucleoside. Okay, the first letter itself will be the example for the first letter for the examples. Clear? Yes, I hope you like it and I hope you understood. Next question: wild cherry bark, prunasin. Okay, wild cherry bark contains prunasin, which is a which type of glycoside? Okay. Prunasin, wild cherry bark. Simple. Wild cherry bark belongs to which of the classification? Whether it's a phenolic glycoside, isothiocyanate glycoside, coumarin glycoside, and cyanogenetic glycoside. What is the right answer? Undoubtedly, it is belongs to the cyanogenetic glycoside. So for that reason, you need to remember this classification. Okay, this classification is made basis on the pharmacological action, based on their chemical nucleus. Okay, so let us see here itself: anthraquinoglycosides, cardiac glycosides. But here our example is wild cherry bark. It is belong to the cyanogenetic glycoside. Okay, cyanogenetic glycosides. Okay, if not, please note it down. Okay, it is a very important. Please go through this classification. Okay. Yes. Next question. Modified bond tracker test is used to detect the presence of which type of glycosides? Yes. For alkaloids, there are set of identification tests. For glycosides, there are set of identification tests, specific identification tests. Like how here, modified dragon test is mainly identify which type of glycosidic link containing drugs, glycosides. Okay. Yes. Undoubtedly, modified bond tracker test is mainly for C glycoside, C and C. You can see. Okay. Modified bond tracker test is to detection of C and C glycosides, and there are several times. Okay, 2004, 2017, and 2023. Okay, so for that, what we need to do: 2 ml of FeCl3 and first of all, we need to take the sample. To that, we need to take 2 ml of FeCl3 and 2 ml of dilute H2SO4, and we need to heat it for 5 minutes. After boiling, we need to filter it, and to that we need to add. Okay, we need to cool the filtrate, and to that cool filtrate, what we need to add? Okay, benzene and CaCl3, and we need to shake it, and after separating the organic layer, we need to add ammonia. If it is ammonia layer turns into pink color, that is a Okay, C-glycoside. That is a C-glycoside. So we have mentioned this beautiful diagrammatic representation as well as mnemonic type of representation in our Navigator module series. Do purchase that from the GDC app. Okay, yes, to obtain them. His next question is that a bond trace test is performed for the identification of digitoxin, reserpine, digoxin, and dianthrone of rain. Dianthrone of rain. So, what is the right answer? What is the right answer? Okay, so bond trace test is mainly for the dianthrone of rain. Bond trace test is for the mainly for dianthrone of rain. Okay, for anthraquinone moiety, majorly for the anthraquinone moiety. Examples are rhubarb. Rhubarb contains rain, amodin, 𝘿𝙄𝙎𝘾𝙄𝙎. Clear? It contains rain. Okay, rhubarb contains rain. Okay, mostly bond trace test is for the anthraquinone glycosis, which means we can able to identify the senna glycoside as well, because senna is also belong to the anthraquinone glycoside. Okay. Yes. So moving to the next question. Okay, C3O-glycoside digitoxin. So what is the use of digitoxin? Digitalis, it is known as foxglove leaf. Okay, foxglove plant or foxglove leaf. Okay. Yes. So what is the function of the digitalis? We know common action of digitalis. It is for mainly cardiac or hypotensive or precipitating steroids from solution or precipitating the anthraquinone glycosides. If you are really serious aspirants, if you know basic about your pharmacognosy, you are able to identify the right question from this right option from this question. Okay. So what is the right option? Obviously, digitoxin. Digital is a cardiac glycoside. We know already cardiac action. Okay, you can see digital is purpurea, and the synonym of this plant is foxglove leaf or foxglove plant. Okay, it is belong to family Sclopulaceae. One family Sclopulaceae, and it contains total 0.3 of cardinolides. Those which contains cardiac action, and those which contains five membered ring in their nucleus, they are cardinalides. Okay, if they contains six-membered ring, they are bufferdanolides. Clear? If they contain five-membered ring at C17 position, if they contain five-membered ring at C17 position, they are cardinalides. If they contain six-membered ring is nothing but known as, simply we can consider as a benzene. Okay, so that B for benzene is six-membered ring. So obviously B stand for bufferdanolides. Clear? Yes. Next question. Clun's test is for the identification of option A barbaloin, isobarbaloin, allonocytes, and allosin. What is the right answer here? Clun's test. So Clun's test is mainly for the isobarbaloin. It is known as cupraloin test. It is known as cupraloin test or Clun's isobarbaloin test. Okay, mainly it is to differentiate the aloe. Okay, actually aloe vera, aloe barbadensis, we do have a 4 different species of aloe. Okay, aloe resins. Okay, Curaçao aloe, Cape aloe, Socoton aloe, and Zanzibar aloe. Okay, so but majorly this cupraloin test is to majorly identify the isobarbaloin test. Okay, isobarbaloin. Yes. So next question. Come on. Anamocytic stomata has been found in the leaves of foxglove, Arginia martima, senna, and the Atropa belladonna. Okay, see here they have mentioned the synonyms, and also sometimes they have some options they have mentioned the direct biological name. Okay, anamocytic stomata has been found in which one? So for especially some drugs, we need to remember their biological source as well as their microscopy as well. Okay, here itself anamocytic stomata has been found in foxglove leaf, which means digitalis is found in digitalis. Anamocytic stomata or raninucleus stomata, which is irregular cell stomata, has been found in digitalis. Okay, these are all previous year questions. Okay, try to be more focused. Okay, yes. So digitalis. Next question. Digitalis gives a positive test for which of the following? Which of the following? Okay, simple. Dear aspirants, let us eliminate some options. You know, I told you already. You need to apply the elimination method. Here we can eliminate 2 direct options because we know that they are not at all belong to the glycoside test, because miraxide is a alkaloid test, whereas 𝘙𝚪quin is also alkaloid test. 𝘙𝚪quin is for the cinchona, miraxide for the caffeine, so that we can eliminate these 2 options. Now tell me from these 2 options which one is the right one. Okay, that's how we need to approach. That's how we need to deal a question. Okay, you need to eliminate 2 options so that we have Two options, that is Bontrager. Obviously, the right answer is legal test. Digital is legal. Okay, digital is legal test. Okay, L digital is for the legal test. Okay, gives a positive result. Give a positive result. Okay, and yes, Kilani test. Okay, legal test and Balje test. All these tests contain L, right? So legal test for, okay, majorly for cardiac glycosides, digitalis. Okay, yes, this is the procedure, and that's the reason why it is not a fox glow reef. Okay, it is like a glow. Okay, next question. Cascaroside A is an example of cascarosides. Okay, in the classification I have shown you C glycoside, O glycoside, S glycoside, N glycosides. Okay, so the glycosidic link alphabet is same, the example also same. So now tell me, C means obviously C glycoside. Cascara is found in C glycoside. Okay, it is belong to the C and O glycoside. Sorry, cascarosides contains both C and O glycoside. Especially majorly it contains O glycosides, but cascaroside A contain O glycoside as well. In generally, cascara is belong to C glycoside, but especially the other chemical constants which is present in cascaroside contain O glycoside. Okay, yes, O and C glycoside. Next question. So this is okay. So they contain both normal as O glycoside and C glycoside. Cascara bark. It is known as saccharid bark or chitum bark. Okay. The synonym is the source is Rhamnus persiana. Next question. The amount of barbaloin present in aloe vera. Aloe vera is an Indian species. Aloe barbadans. Okay. So it is not our Indian species. Okay. Aloe vera is an Indian species. Indian aloe. But what is the amount of barbaloin present in it? 1% is less than 1%, 3.5 to 4%, 1 to 1.5%, and 2 to 2.5%. What is the right answer? Okay, yes. The right answer will be 3 to 5 point. So 3.5 to 4%. You can see 3.5 to 4% will be found in Indian variety, that is aloe vera. Okay, yes. Come on. Next question is diosine, a steroidal sapwonin glycoside of Dioscorea tubers after hydrolysis. Okay, obviously any glycoside you should give a sugar moiety and non-sugar moiety. Clear? Obviously we have non-sugar moiety is there, which means a glycon moiety is there. But what sugar ultimately it going to give? Dioscorea deltoida. Okay, Dioscorea tubers. Okay, which is known to be the steroidal saponin. Okay, but it's majorly a steroidal saponin. Come on, what is the right answer here? Undoubtedly, when you subject them into acid hydrolysis or enzymatic hydrolysis, they give us, okay, diazin gives a diazinin, 1 glucose and 2 rhamnose. Okay, 2 sugar. Okay, total 3 sugar molecules it gives, but among 1 glucose and 2 rhamnose. Okay, yes, you can see when the diazin is subjected to root is subject to hydrolysis, it gives a diazinin and glucose and rhamnose, 2 rhamnose. Okay. Yes, next question. Yes, actually it contains diazinin, isoamozinin also it contains, but this Dioscorea rhizomes contains 70% of the starch, and these are the, okay, tubers, Dioscorea tubers. Yes. Next question. Panaxodiol is a constituent of ginger, jatamansi, okay, ginseng and pepper. Okay, yes. So first of all, you need to remember, I have said so many times, okay, I've explained so many times. Chemical concepts names, especially in the pharmacognosy, has been written from, okay, let me tell you, Gingiber officinalis. Okay, so here gingiber is a genus name, right? Okay, don't remember. Okay, coriander sativum. Coriander is a genus name. So tell me, what are the chemical concepts of gingiber officinalis? Gingiberol. Gingiberol. Okay, what is the chemical concept of coriandrol? Coriandrol. Okay, I'm trying to say that almost 99% or 98% of the chemical concepts can be written from the genus name. Okay, so considering this phenomenon, this theory, okay, so this one is also written from the same phenomenon, same theory. Okay, so panaxidiol is a chemical concept of ginseng. Okay, ginseng synonym, ginseng biological source is panax ginseng, panax ginseng. Okay, so now the chemical name can be written from the panaxidiol, panaxidiol. Okay, do you remember? Meanwhile, attempting the chemical concepts based questions, try to recollect the biological names of the plants. So connect the link between the chemical concepts name and the biological name. Thereby, it will be very easy for you. It's like a cakewalk. Okay, so obviously the right answer is ginseng, Panax ginseng. Okay, you can see it is obtained from the it is ginseng. Okay, so it contains ginsenosides, panaxosides, and chicosetsosaponin. Yes, you can have a look on this image. Okay, it is known as a man root is known as a man root because it is mainly important for the endurance as well as to improve immunity, and also it is known as a this particular root is known as a supertonic. The synonym of this plant particular root is known as supertonic. Okay, yes, it contains saponin glycoside. Okay, the individual chemical compounds are nothing but the ginsenosides, panaxoside, and chicosetsosaponin. Yes. Next question. Indian Tiniwale Senna and African Senna are differ from with respect to. So what was the major difference? How we can differentiate the Indian Senna as well as the African Senna? Vein element number, stomatal number, color, and all of this. So what will be the right answer? Obviously, if it is a two different species, ultimately they are different in almost all of the species. Okay, all of the features you can see. Okay, the appearance will be different. Indian Sen are generally entire and less broken in good condition. Okay, but whereas Alexander Sen is broken and brittle in nature. Okay, you can see all of the differences. Even the stomatal index. Okay, veins they are different in the mostly different in the veins, stomatal index as well. Okay, and color as well. Okay, color also. Okay, it is light green, it is light grayish green. Stomatal index is 14 to 20, and here itself 10 to 15. So if you are confused, if the drug is known to the if the drug is suspected to adulteration, okay, so then you need to rely on these factors. Thereby you will get the real differentiation between the two one. Okay, between the two senna leaves. Next, type of fluorescence is UV light is shown by Indian rhubarb. Type of fluorescence shown by the type of fluorescence in UV light shown by the rhubarb. Deep violet color, blue color, yellow, and deep red color. So, what is the color? What is the fluorescence is produced by this one? Ultimately, deep violet color is going to be produced by the rhubarb, Indian rhubarb. That's the major difference. Okay, so if you found deep violet UV fluorescence in the deep violet fluorescence in the UV light, that is especially Indian rhubarb. Generally in the rhubarb we do have a different species. Okay, but if you are confused whether it is Indian rhubarb or other rhubarb, yes, we need to keep it on a UV fluorescence. If you find a deep violet color, that will be Indian rhubarb. Okay, yes. Next question. Microscopy of the bulbs of Argenia indica. Okay, Argenia indica means squill. Okay, squill especially indica means indica or India, Indian squill. It is an Indian squill. That's how the name nomenclature. That's how the names are given to the plants based on the location, based on the origin. Okay, based on the function. Okay, based on the morphology. Based on these factors, they are going to assign the names to the particular drugs. Okay, yes. So option A, prisms of calcium oxalate, calcium carbonate and silica, Rossetti calcium oxalate or raphites of calcium oxalate. Okay, so what is a microscopy of the Indian squill? So that feature is very, very important. Undoubtedly, the feature will be, what is the feature? Raphites of, sorry, okay, contains raphites of calcium oxalate crystals. So such type of microscopical features has been found. Rapide, okay, so prismatic calcium crystals are there, okay, Rossetti are there, okay, cubic are there, but here graphite shape has been found in this one. Okay, yes, you can see here. Yes, these are the acicular rapide, calcium oxalate crystals. These are, you can see, raphides of calcium oxalate crystals has been found in the microscopy of squill. Okay, this is an Argenia martima, Indian squill. Okay, Argenia indica. Okay, yes. The next question. Bacopa monifera plants belong to the family. Yes, this how they will ask. Sometimes the examiner will ask about the completely biological source question. Okay, so Bacopa monera belong to which family? Scropulariaceae, Leguminosae, Polygalaceae, and Rubiaceae. What is the right answer? Obviously, Scropulariaceae, and the plant name is Brahmi. Okay, Brahmi plant it was. Okay, Bacopa monera or Herpistis monera. Okay, Scropulariaceae family. Okay, Bacopa, that's what I said already. Okay, so based on the genus name only, most of the chemical concepts can be written. Bacopa, Bacoposides. Sorry, Bacosides. Bacopa, Bacosides. Okay, yes. Brahmi, Brahmine. Next question. A steroidal phytoconstance lowering the blood sugar is obtained from, So most of that, in this four option, only one common and familiar example is known for the sugar lowering properties, blood sugar lowering properties. What is that? What is it? So ultimately, Momodica charantia. Momodica charantia. What is that? Pitta melanopitica. Okay. Yes, Momodica charantia. Okay. Cucurbidaceae, family Cucurbidaceae. It is the only one. Okay. Used to reduce the blood sugar levels. Okay. Yes. And rest of the things like diascoria is mainly meant for the precursor for the hormonal synthesis. Okay. Yes, the glyceriza glabra. Okay, glyceriza glabra. Okay, so that will be used for as an expectorant and demulcent and cough preparations. Okay, and quelea bark is known as expectorant as well as emulsifying agent. Yes, coming to the last question of this series. Last question of the series. Which of the following glycoside is marketed under 𝘾𝙀𝙎𝙏 in Germany? Which of the following glycoside marketed under name 𝘾𝙀𝙎𝙏 in Germany? Yes, Tibetan A, Tibetan B, Periviside, and Nerifolin. So what is the right answer? Okay, please do comment in the comment box. Okay, the right answer will be Periviside. Okay, Peruvian bark or Periviside. Okay, Periviside is a cardiac insufficiency and is used in the weak heart. Okay, and yes, it is in the West Germany. In the West Germany, the periviside market name of 𝘾𝙀𝙎𝙏. Okay, 𝘾𝙀𝙎𝙏. Okay, and yes, so these are the today's 20 important MCQs from the glycoside part 1. Okay, so these are the most expected questions, especially in your DI and as well as pharmacist examination. Any DI, state as well as central, or any pharmacist examination. Okay, so most of the questions definitely comes from this type of questions only, or from maybe directly from this questions only. Clear? And yes, I hope you understood. I hope you enjoyed this session. And yes, thank you for today. We'll see you in the next class. Until then, have a great day. Jai Hind.